Good morning, everybody. Thanks for being here with us this morning. It's a very special day for all of us at the PBR, and excited to spread the news and announce the newest class of the 2024 PBR Heroes and Legends, the second edition of this incredible honor to be bestowed upon these individuals here at our new home of the Heroes and Legends, the National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum. So first things first, thank you all for joining us here this morning. Thank you for all for being here to take note of this incredible honor that is going to be bestowed upon these individuals. We're super excited about our continued partnership here with the folks in Oklahoma City, and now that our Heroes and Legends, our Hall of Fame, has a physical home that we can call home and come back and continue to relive our sports history. With that, to talk a little bit more about our partnership with the fine folks here in Oklahoma City, please welcome Mr. Jeff Ewing.
Thank you, Matt. Good morning on behalf of the Board of Directors and staff here at the Cowboy. It's my pleasure to welcome you here this morning. My name is Jeff Ewing, and I have the honor to serve as our Executive Vice President and Chief Development Officer. From our beginning, the museum has honored and celebrated rodeo athletes, not only through our galleries, but also as a home of the National Rodeo Hall of Fame. In the summer of 2022, we had the unique opportunity to announce a partnership with PBR in building of their PBR Hall of Fame to showcase their history and honor their heroes and legends. And today we're excited to give you a quick update on that development of our PBR Hall of Fame and our partnership. Located in the American Rodeo Gallery, the first phase of the PBR Hall of Fame has been completed. This included the installation of an action-packed interactive that gives you a deeper look at the history of PBR, its founders, and athletes through video and historical content from the PBR's vast collection. Also in January of this year, with the help of PBR, the museum unveiled a traveling immersive interactive that includes highlights of the museum and PBR's Heroes and Legends. This interactive gives the museum a connection point with PBR fans across the country as it's set up each week at every PBR venue. Our partnership with the PBR is extremely important to the museum. They believe in our mission and values and have given us a special platform to showcase the museum nationally. I would like to thank Sean and the entire PBR team for your continued support of the museum. The Cowboy is honored to be the home of PBR's Heroes and Legends and the host of something very special tonight that is another historic milestone for PBR and its team series. We are excited about the future of our partnership and look forward to continuing to work with PBR to develop this truly unique Western sports venue. Thank you for being here this morning.
I've said this every time I've stepped into this room, selfishly as a native Oklahoman, could not be more excited to have our PBR Hall of Fame here in Oklahoma City, a place that I grew up coming to every single summer with my grandparents, my family. So honored to have it in our home state. Jeff, you guys, thank you so much for everything you've done for all of us. He also talked a little bit about what's going to be happening here today. It's a special day, not only because of the announcement of our newest inductees, but we also have a very special piece of, I think, our PBR's history happening here on the grounds later on tonight as we embark on our first ever PBR teams expansion draft. I know we have representatives also from the Oklahoma Wildcatters who are going to be taking part in that expansion draft, Arizona Ridge Riders who will be here as well, and the New York Mavericks, including their head coach and last year's inductee into the PBR Heroes and Legends, world champion Cody Losher, all joining us here today. All of this is driven by the individual that I'm about to bring up right now, and a guy that has been so instrumental in the continued success of the professional bull riders as a whole. So if you would please welcome the CEO and commissioner of the PBR, Mr. Sean Gleason.
Thank you, everyone. Jeff understated how important it is for us to have our Hall of Fame here at the Cowboy. We were approached by a lot of people about opening our own Hall of Fame and celebrating our heroes in the PBR. And from the day I first set foot in this museum, in this facility here, I knew this is where we wanted to be. And it is a very, very special place, and we are proud to make it the home of PBR's Heroes and Legends. For anybody that's involved with our sport, and has been involved with the Heroes and Legends celebration, you know that one of the things that we make our selections on just isn't the performance in the arena, but it's how the inductees, the people that we induct every year, live their lives, and it's how they help promote and grow the Western lifestyle. That's what this is all about for us. And it strikes me as, you know, we passed 32 years, and I've been with the organization for 25. It strikes me now how much more important this ceremony is today than it was back in the day. Those were important days. Inducting those heroes and getting this thing started were important. But now, as you move forward and think about the last 30 plus years of PBR and how many heroes we've inducted in this and where some of those folks are in their lives today, this becomes more important every single year that we induct our heroes. So we're having another good run this year. PBR has sold out 33 performances so far this year, since January. We also had a great announcement in the expansion of 2 teams in the PBR team series. I would say that I'm a little biased, but I would say that PBR's launch of the PBR team series is the most successful league launch in the last 30 or 40 years for any sports league. We've come farther faster in just over 2 seasons than any other sports league has. So, and then with the introduction of those 2 new teams, we were able to announce that the Wildcatters are back to Oklahoma City. I took a lot of heat when we announced that the Oklahoma Freedom were moving to Florida and becoming the Florida Freedom. That was short-lived because I already had the plan to replace them with Oklahoma royalty ownership here in the state of Oklahoma. You know, in Taylor Gooch and the team that he's assembled to own this team, you literally have Oklahoma sports royalty that owns the team here now. And I thought that was very, very important. So it was part of a design plan to not only abandon you as without a team in the PBR, but to bring one back and bring it back with the right ownership. And as Jeff and Matt both mentioned, tonight is the expansion draft. So tonight here at the hall, we are going to let the 2 expansion teams pick riders from the existing teams' rosters. They can protect 3 riders on their roster out of their 7 roster positions, but they're going to lose some riders tonight. And so there's a lot of nervous coaches and GMs that'll be running around, and some excited ones from our 2 new teams. But we're here today to announce the inductees into this year's class of the PBR Heroes and Legends. First is our Ring of Honor recipient, Mr. Paulo Crimber. Paulo is a 10-time qualifier to the World Finals, qualified for the won the National Finals Rodeo event winner before his career was cut short in 2011 due to injury. I've been fortunate in that Paulo has been around us for most of the years since then, helping us in a lot of capacities as a conduit and support for our great Brazilian riders that come to this country, as an advocate for the sport, as a spokesperson for the sport. And then he also has now given us his progeny and one of the top new riders to ever come along in the PBR with John Crimber, who's an 18-year-old phenom. And so training bull riders is obviously something he's pretty good at. He's also the coach of the Florida Freedom. But you should still all love him for all of his accomplishments in the arena. Paulo, congratulations.
Thank you.
Our brand of honor recipient this year is Smooth Operator. He's one of the rankest bulls in modern times. He's a 2-time Yeti PBR world champion bucking bull. He's one of only 6 to win back-to-back world champions. He's one of the best that's ever come along, and he deserves this honor. Congratulations to Smooth Operator. Our Jim Shoulders Lifetime Achievement Award is none other than Mr. Frank Newsom. Oklahoma royalty. Known as the fearless one, you could also put in there the crazy one, the doesn't give a one. He would put his body in harm's way to save every and all bull riders that ever competed on the dirt, and he'd do that every night, facing every bull that the PBR put out for a lot of years. He is now our director of bullfighters and helping us to train, select, and bring on the next generation of bullfighters. So a lot of these guys we're inducting don't get too far away from us. They've got a lot of opportunities with the PBR as we move forward. He also helped train up Cody Webster, who is his prodigy and is now facing all of those bulls on a nightly basis across the Unleash the Beast and PBR Team Series tours. Congratulations, Frank. The Ty Murray Top Hand Award winner is Casey Tibbs. Casey is a rodeo legend, and we love our rodeo legends. He was considered the Babe Ruth or the Lou Gehrig of rodeo. And again, one of the reasons we induct people is not what they accomplished in the arena, but what they accomplished outside of it. And Casey was certainly one of the ones that promoted rodeo to a stature that it hadn't seen before and helped lay the foundation for what we're doing today. That's very important. Congratulations, Casey and his family. And our Sharon Shoulders Award recipient is none other than Tiffany Owens. Tiffany is the wife of one of our great competitors and current PBR judge, Mr. Donald Owens. She is unquestionably the better half of that duo. Tiffany was crucial to keeping her family running and a powerful force, helping the PBR get to where we are today by keeping these guys on the road when we didn't have 2 nickels to rub together or a pot to you know what in. And you know those were important days when those founders made the commitment to riding week in and week out and managing a schedule that had them going from rodeos to PBR, and they were so committed to the PBR, and the only reason that they can do that is because of the families at home that helped them sustain that lifestyle. It was tough on them, and so congratulations, Tiffany. With that, I'll hand it back to Matt, but I hope you can all join us tonight for the expansion draft. It's a great time. We love that we're able to bring it here to Oklahoma and to the hall. It is a sign of many, many things to come and many opportunities that we'll have to be here and celebrate with everybody in Oklahoma. Thank you.
Thanks, Sean. Is this on? There we go. Thanks, Sean. Miss Tiffany, if you don't mind, this is your spotlight, so I want to invite you to step up here first, center stage. I've heard that there's a lot of excitement about this recognition. Tell me, if you can, just quickly put into words the feelings, the emotions. You look at the ladies that are ahead of you in receiving this honor. You've now joined an incredible list of beautiful women inside and out. What does it feel like to take this Sharon Shoulders Award?
I truly feel honored. I was shocked when I got the phone call from Tiffany Davis. And I just want to say I appreciate being, I guess, seen, and for the fact that our family is being recognized. I don't feel like that it is my award, because I wouldn't be receiving this if it wasn't for Donald, because it is an award given to a wife that is supporting her husband through this. And back in the day, it was totally different than what it is now for the bull riders, and for all the memories that we got to create over all the years. And the other women, oh my gosh, Tiffany Davis, Leanne Hart, Leanne Lambert, you know, all of them. They're just phenomenal people and are so kind and so generous. And I truly am grateful to get to be considered part of this little group, and I am truly honored.
It's an amazing group of women, and you fit right in.
Thank you.
Certainly well deserved. And I love that she said, you know, the scene, being seen, because I think I can speak for everybody that is married. It's typically the unseen that are seen the most. So your contribution to his career and to everybody's lives in this sport is obviously very well noted. So congratulations, Tiff.
Thank you.
And just as a side note, she is married to Donald Owens, so please keep her in your prayers every single day of your life. Frank Newsom, your turn. Jim Shoulders, Lifetime Achievement Award. As a fellow Okie, as a guy that I'm sure looked up to Jim Shoulders, and a guy that is going to get inducted here in your home state, what's the feelings?
Well, when I found out, I was so excited because I actually got to work for Jim. And, you know, I think Donnie Gay and his company, they had the stock, but Jim was still in charge of the rodeos we were working. And he loved hot, mean bulls and guys that wanted to go fight and guys that wanted to compete. And I remember, you know, there was another guy, John Brogan, at the time. We were about the same age, and we were really, you know, that's what we wanted and we were about. And I remember being hooked up with some mean son of guns, and you could hear Jim right behind you, like, get him, yeah, that a boy. And he was on his horse, like, right behind us, you know, and just totally encouraging us. But just getting to be around him and his wife, Sharon, and how he handled himself, he was just one of them guys that you wanted to give it all for, you know, and because you knew that's the way he went at things, even when he got older, you know, that fire was still there in him, and he just made you want to lay it all out there for him, and we did, and it didn't always work right, but he'd be right there to pick you up and help you, you know, dust you off. So.
Well, you continued to lay it all out there for the best bull riders in the world for many, many years. And I know Sean mentioned kind of the attitude that I think a lot of us felt like you had in the arena, you know, that don't really give a care attitude when it came to your own self. But on the flip side of that, your heart and your love for every single human you've ever come in contact is noted. And I think that's a huge part of this award. So congratulations, my friend.
Thank you.
Paulo Crimber, Ring of Honor. It is the biggest honor bestowed upon a bull rider. You stood next to your lovely wife as she accepted the Sharon Shoulders Award, and you said earlier today, this is probably the most excited you've ever been about an award in this sport. Tell me about it.
To me, I think this is mean the world, and I can just not be more thankful to God for the blessings upon me and my family. Like I say, Maria was inducted last year, and John turned 18, been following my footsteps. My career wasn't short, but I feel like God has a plan for beyond our understandings, because I thought my career was done. I couldn't do anything else, and you went through a really dark spot, and Maria and my kids was there. We find out Maria was expecting Helena at the time. But to be receiving this reward just show all the work I put in, not as just a bull rider, but just helping the fellow Brazilian cowboys coming in and spend the time to take them to get a cell phone or to get a place to stay or call to enter or last year in Sioux Falls, I turned out my plane ticket to drive to take a couple guys who got entered last minute just to help them out. And I think that's what God asked for us, to help and love our brothers and our family and everybody around us. And PBR, without a doubt, it's been my life. It's been the most great important thing that happened to me, because I feel like I'm born in the wrong country, to be honest. You know, I'm American by blood, and I'm proud to be here and to receive this reward here, and thank Sean for everything you do for us, for the bull riders, and for all of us to enjoy and have fun, and I really thank you.
I also think you should be credited with a kind of change in the entire outlook of the sport, because your celebration, your post-ride celebration, I think opened the door for a lot of our athletes to show their personality and understand that it was okay to be who you are in the arena. So thank you for that. Thank you for your continued contribution, and good luck later on tonight, because I know there's a lot of things happening. Congratulations on the Ring of Honor, Paulo Crimber.
Thank you, Sean. I really appreciate it.
Guys, I don't know if this was by design or if this was pure coincidence, but all three of these people obviously huge ties to Oklahoma. So when we come back here later on in the fall to make these official inductions, obviously Tiffany lives here in Oklahoma. Frank, one of the most famous Okies ever in the history of Western sports, and former coach of the Oklahoma Freedom, Paulo Crimber. There is all kinds of ties back to Oklahoma. We're going to be back here later on this evening as the newest team in Oklahoma. The Wildcatters will embark on their expansion draft along with the New York Mavericks. So thank you guys again for being here, for being a huge part of what we feel is the fabric of our industry. And obviously we're continuing to put those key elements into our historical significance. So thank you again this morning. Hopefully we will see everybody back here tonight. Enjoy this rain, everybody. Have a great day.